It all starts with an idea. An idea to make our lives simpler and to make the world a better place. But to create the next big thing, you need more than just an idea. You need to reach people and create a brand which connects. A brand that builds trust and keeps people coming back for more. Welcome to SevenVentures Pitch Day 2019 at the Mexico Conference. We asked the world's most inspiring entrepreneurs to come forward with their ideas. Many applied, but only one will go home today with a prize worth over 3 million euros in media advertising and the chance to create a mass market brand. Let the battle begin. SevenVentures. Please welcome our host, Steven Gatchen.
Wow. Moin, moin. Good morning. Thank you very much for this warm welcome, and now officially welcome to the Champions League finale, to the Oscars, to the best thing at the D-Mexico this year in 2019, the SevenVentures Pitch Day. This is the so-called SevenVentures Pitch Day MMA Arena. The winners today, as you've heard it already, will walk away with an amazing package worth millions. Just to give you an update, the details. The winners will walk away with 3 million euros worth of a media package from Pro7 and Set1, 30,000 for a TV spot, and a Flaconi, as you can see it, mentoring program. The most important thing is, as always, that the presentations need to be authentic, they need to be in detail, and they need to be passionate to convince our jury. And here they are. Please give a warm welcome to jury member number 1, Kanu Nusa Flaconi, CFO. Next up, we are very happy to welcome SevenVentures CEO, Dr. Jens Pippig. And last but not least, we have a returnee. After 2017, he has come back to the SevenVentures Pitch Day. Entrepreneur, startup investor, and someone told me he's also a TV superstar. Joko Winterscheid.
Hallo.
Hallo.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Hello. Woo! Let's get this party started.
Du kriegst sogar Szenenapplaus für ein Juhu.
Ja.
That's ziemlich geil. Okay, before we get started, this is how it works today. We have 2 rounds. In each round, 2 companies will pitch against each other. Each of them has 2 minutes to present their pitch. Less is okay, more will be punished. We're going to cut the microphones off. It sounds worse than it is, but we're just going to give them a certain time frame to be straightforward. Then our judges, after each pitch, will get the chance to ask questions. Fire away, whatever you want to know. Please ask those questions. And after this roasting, the SevenVentures Pitch Day roasting, the jury will tell us their verdict and tell us who's going to advance to the final. After 2 rounds, both finalists will battle it out for the grand prize and will each get, again, 1 minute to basically answer all unanswered questions so far. Understood? Ja, perfekt. Ja, guck mal, Joko hat's verstanden. Habt ihr es alle verstanden?
Ja.
Ja, ich freue mich. This is going to be exciting. No one said yes.
Yeah.
So let's wait and see what happens.
Welcome
Perfect.
to Germany.
Okay, we have 4 companies who are going to battle it out. Art Night, Choose, Yodel, and Rebike 1. And now, please welcome our first two companies. Here are Choose.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night.
Hey, moin. And Jodel. Moin. Are you guys okay? A little nervous?
Getting there?
Getting there. Okay, I'm just gonna let you stay in your nervous juice for a couple of seconds.
Thank you.
Remember, 2 minutes. The first one is going to be Choose. It's going to be Andreas Sletvold. Is that the correct pronunciation? You are from where?
From Norwegen.
From Norwegen. Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. And after that, it's going to be Tim for Jodel. Tim, you can take a seat. And Andreas, whenever you're ready, I'm going to give you a count, and then you start your presentation. Remember, after 2 minutes, we're going to cut your microphone off. So give it you all. Remember the jury and our audience. Okay, this is the first battle at the SevenVentures Pitch Day. First presentation by Choose and Andreas. Ready, steady, go.
Did you know that 100 companies alone are responsible for more than 70% of all industrial global CO2 emissions, causing climate change, the biggest challenge ever faced by mankind? But I didn't travel from Norway to point at problems. Other people can do that. I'm here to talk about solutions. Because out in the world, there are thousands of great green projects that are trying to replace the 100 polluting bad guys by producing clean, green energy. And they also need our help. And you know, no matter what I do, changing my habits back at home, I can't really replace a coal plant in India. And that's where Choose comes in. We believe in bringing super easy solutions to your doorstep. We connect people with the best CO2 reducing projects worldwide with our monthly subscription service. It's kind of like Spotify for climate. So you decide how much CO2 you want to reduce every month, and your money is applied directly to the type of projects I just showed you. So far, we've engaged people or choosers in more than 60 countries, ranging from some old men, pretty cool men, but still old men, to international superstars within sports, music, and culture, all using their platform to accelerate climate positive impact. But none of these guys really matter. What matters is you, me, and everyone who wants to take part in being part of the solution to climate change and not adding to the problem. So dear jury, now I speak to you. I hope you choose a cooler world. I hope you choose to put climate positive solutions in front of Germany. Because the big polluters, they are 100. And you have the power to engage millions. It's up to you. Thank you.
Big round of applause for Andreas. No, you stay. Andreas, you stay. Thank you very much for your presentation. You had a couple of seconds left, so that was really cool.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to start from our jury, fire away with the questions. Andreas will stay here and will try to answer everything.
Thank you for your presentation. How do you make money? I mean, it's a great cost, but how do you essentially pay yourself?
Yeah, good question. We charge a flat fee of 0.99 cents per month per subscription, no matter how much you pay. So if you pay €5 per month, we take 99 cents. If you pay 500 euros, we still take 99 cents. So it's a flat fee, not a percentage. So purely linked to the scalability.
You described it as a Spotify for climate change, but in the end, I cannot select a single project, right? I can just take any subscription, and who's then selecting the project?
Yeah, the go-to-market was based on existing project portfolio that we have built ourselves. What we are launching now is that you can also pinpoint a specific project. So if you really care about, Southeast Asia, then you can pick the Southeast Asia project. If you care about South America, you can pick those projects. But we do have different plans. One that is related to green projects that are being accelerated, wind farms, that type of projects. But we also have the carbon removal, which is so-called atmospheric drawdown. And that's a completely different type of project. So you do have a choice.
First of all, I'm more the gut guy. I'm not so technical. I totally love it that you guys could produce a product that is going to market and you do CO2 yourselves and your carbon footprint is getting bigger and bigger. I totally love the idea of having a startup or a company as you guys did it that thinks about the next steps or what is necessary, because there is a real huge market nobody so far has taken advantage of. I think it's 7 billion simply in Europe and rising. Just the market possibilities to earn money from climate change activities, which is totally necessary and totally smart. So therefore, I just love the fact that you guys get in there. But the only thing that I'm questioning is, why did you choose 3 O's?
It's a different kind of choice. It's a generic word with a twist.
Okay.
So it's the answer. You don't really have a good answer to that, but that's
good. So the real question: how many people so far are involved in that project? Because I do think it's quite necessary to have a chain of how do these companies work, with whom you are connected to, who will reduce these carbon footprints, etc., etc.
Yeah, so we both have the individual memberships, like I showed today, but we also work with a lot of corporates, where they enroll all employees as an employee benefit. So when you count all of those together, it's around 40,000.
40,000?
Yeah.
Within your company? No,
Oh,
I meant
not in our company,
employees.
but people engaged.
People in your company that are taking,
employees, yeah,
because
sorry.
I think that is one thing. The bigger that product gets, or the bigger the idea gets, the more people you will need to handle it. Or is that wrong?
Well, not necessarily, because we're not a production company. We do build a portfolio. So as per now, we're 8 people in Norway, 1 in Estonia, and 4 people in the United States. But we are scaling. So if anyone's out for a job, then please come talk to me afterwards.
And how huge are so far? Maybe I didn't understood it.
Come again?
How huge is your company so far? So how many projects so far did you support? Maybe I didn't get it in the presentation.
Our current portfolio is in the region of 25 to 30 projects.
Okay.
Yeah, globally.
Globally.
Yeah.
Good.
And what are you doing to make people feel still good after the first subscription? So everybody had it in his life, having a subscription, and when it comes to the second time to your bank account, you're not feeling good because it's just on your bank account. You don't feel it any longer. You're just fucked up from subscriptions. So
I love that question. That's such a good question, and the reason why, it's very easy to make people carbon neutral or climate positive, but the difficult part is to make you feel. And you can't touch upon that in 2 minutes. So our content platform is extremely important. We don't believe in shaming and pointing fingers and telling people what to do, but we believe in showing positive solutions. So we do have sort of a full stack content platform that we share with the community, showing solutions, not just us, but other type of solutions that have positive impact on the planet. Because we do believe, when you want people to change, you need people to be engaged and educated, of course. But, shouting at people and pointing fingers, that's a terrible way, in my view, to engage people. So you have to it have to be a little bit fun, it have to be positive. That's why we're pink and not green. Green's a political color now. Pink is just, weird and fun. So to create that feel is the really, really difficult task. But that's basically what 7 out of those 8 people in Oslo are working with.
And what is the current retention rate? So how many people are in there for more than 3 months?
Come again?
For the subscription, how many people are staying longer than?
So for the individual subscription base, it's 4,600 people in 60 countries. When you add the corporates with employees being enrolled and those type of engagements, then you're around 40,000.
And how many of them are left after 3 months?
Oh, the churn is super low. So the aggregated churn, projected churn for this year is around 8%.
Okay.
So what we see is the typical reason why people drop out is actually the credit card expiry. So we have to follow up and engage them and inspire again.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are on fire, I can tell.
It's about our future.
It's about, true. One more question, Jens?
Yeah, so what's your goal? How many customers or clients, whatever you want to call them, donors, essentially, do you aim to have in a year's time?
Well, the target, that depends on today, of course. The target this year is to reach 100,000 members, to build a community of 100,000 people. But our, the grander vision, that's to be a real driving force in the fight against climate change. And then we have to be millions.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Andreas, thank you very much.
Danke sehr.
Big round of applause. Andreas, please take a seat. Es riecht hier tierisch nach Bratwurst.
Riecht, ja? Ich riech nicht.
Neues Deo? Gut. Okay. Second one up, Jodel, Tim, are you ready?
Yes, when the presentation.
Okay, let's wait. No, it's going to start the minute I give the cue.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, on my count. 1, 2, 3, go!
Yodel is the hyperlocal community in which you can instantly discover, follow, and participate in conversations with relevant people nearby. So communication is a core human need, and each person in this room cares about 3 forms of communication. You guys all care about your friends and family, so you use tons of tools to do so, such as WhatsApp, Instagram, or Snapchat. You guys all care about what's happening in the world, so you guys use Facebook or Twitter or TikTok in order to do so. And you guys also care all about what's happening in your immediate vicinity in Cologne, because you guys are currently physically in Cologne and not in Bali, where there's your Instagram feed. And there's no player yet that covers communication in a location. There's only singular use cases, such as Tinder for dating, Foursquare for restaurants, that are being covered. So we want to be the platform for local communication and media, because also it's really exciting. There's no tools, no products that scale, such as communication platforms. Pretty much every person that is connected to the internet uses these tools. Our tool is very simple. So we have a news feed with posts that are all posts that have been happening within the immediate vicinity. Yodel is very interactive, and there are sub-communities, channels, in which you can follow more according to your interest what's happening in your area. People on Yodel share a lot of funny things. They share advice, they share events, they share news. They obviously meet up because they share the same location. And our mission is to enable everyone to discover and engage with a vibrant community around them. This community always exists, but often it's just not accessible, right? So you guys don't have access to the community if you're not from Cologne, and you guys all know about what's happening in the city. With that, we want to create the next local media, because to be honest, local media has not been transformed yet into the internet. It's still very non-digital. We have more than 7 million active users, similar retention and engagement rates to Twitter and Snapchat, which really shows the core human need of the product. And most important, we have a big community of people that love Yodel, that help each other. People marry off Yodel, people help homeless people off Yodel, and yeah.
Wow. That was tight. Tim, good job. Good job.
And
2 minutes.
Breathe.
Yeah, exactly, breathe. Exactly. Relax. You've done a good presentation. Let's start with Kanu with the first question.
So I think one of them you already answered. You said your engagement rates are on the same level like a Twitter and a Facebook.
Yes.
So your DAO to MAU would be around.
Sorry?
So the
Come closer.
Yeah.
So between monthly active users and daily active users, what's the ratio?
45%.
Okay. Okay.
Why did nobody else did that before?
So people I talk to, like everybody says like it's definitely needed, but there's a reason why it doesn't exist, because it's complicated, right? If you create Facebook, if you create Instagram, if you create Twitter, you create one global community that is easy to maintain. We create 100 different communities in Germany because we have all the different locations, right? So it's quite tough. We're the closest that everybody ever got to. There have been other people trying this but failing. So yeah, that's why.
I'm not quite sure what the name is, but I think there is something quite similar called Nachbarschaft, neighbor.
So there is neighborhood apps, right? But neighborhoods app, it's a different use case. So number one, the demographics, it's a lot older. So my mom would tell me to use nebenan.de because I'm safe and stuff like that, you know. So I find somebody who helps me in the house, and but it's more transactional. We are a local hangout, right? So on Yodel people hang out. Plus, we are, so neighborhood apps, they're always just connected to your neighborhood. So if you live in Berlin, in Prenzlauer Berg, they're only connected to Prenzlauer Berg, no matter whether I'm in Cologne or in Munich. We always want to connect you to the people around. I was in Riyadh a few weeks back, and because I met a few of our clients there, and obviously, like without Yodel, I wouldn't have a single interaction with the community around me. Suddenly I yodeled, I had connections, and suddenly I ended up on the Saudi Arabian wedding, which is an experience I could have never experienced without such a tool, which is the difference to the neighborhood apps, because in the neighborhood I'm still connected to Prenzlauer Berg, right? So.
Obviously.
Even though I might repeat myself, how do you guys make money?
We actually already make money, and we are close to turning profitable. So we grew to our current stage without a single euro of marketing spend. because we never had money to do so. Now, since roughly like 9 to 12 months, we actually also monetize. So we have one advertising format which is very native, which can grasp like existing advertising budgets, and one format which we call the Digital Litfaßsäule, which is supposed to cover a lot of this local market, because again, as I said, it's still very analog. So what we are doing there is especially this market of, hey, my cat ran away, where currently I would put a paper with like 10 times my phone number to the bakery and nobody saw my cat. Or like I give guitar lessons, there's this event happening in my area, so this is really what we are trying to focus on with the digital ad column in order to monetize this market, because it's really, really native to what we do.
And you said what kind of content the people post on your platform, but what's your best performing content that you have? I mean, is there a specific category or topic that typically performs best?
Entertainment is a big use case for sure, but what we experience is that the people, they are more retained if they experience more use cases, right? So people that just come for the entertainment factor, usually they leave very quickly again because there's other good platforms to be entertained, 9gag or whatever, right? So what we really see is people are more retained the further they go down in the funnel of the use cases. So entertainment is usually the one that people join in, but then there's the next one, which is usually what's happening in my location, right? So if I once experienced that there is an event in my location that I wasn't conscious of before, then I get to the next step. Then there's local Q&A, what's the password for this club in Berlin or whatever, right? And then meeting up is usually the last step in this funnel. And people who have experienced these cases, they are a lot more retained than people that just experience the entertainment use case.
And who's today managing all, like everybody can post everything? Who's like taking care of the content that is posted?
So because we never had a lot of money, like we had to be like very efficient in our moderation at the beginning. So we actually built one of the world's best moderation tools. So we take our best users, we make them moderators, we give them like a Tinder-style interface where they can allow and block the posts. We ask up to 20 different of our best users whether a post should be blocked, and always control the moderators concerning what they say. So by now, if you look at it from stats, we have like 90 to 95% accuracy in our moderation, and we have review times of 2 minutes. Flag something on Facebook and wait until you have a response. It might take 2 weeks, right? On Yodel, if I report something, it's instantly moderated within 2 minutes, right, on average. So that means that if I have a conversation, it's really efficient, and usually in these networks, you have a broken window principle. If I look under a Facebook post of build and I read the comments, you know, there's so much shit that I produce also shit because it's already there, right? So what we really want to make sure is that I don't even get to see this content because we are so quick in moderating it that it's already gone by the time I go there as a user.
One last for me, is there a potential, because every of these networks you showed before, there were people coming up from, like Instagram got the influencers, YouTube got these creators, Facebook got stars and everything. Is there a potential for that too, to become something like an influential person on that network? Because I think that is a topic for a lot of people maybe to join.
So look, Kim Kardashian will never be on Yodel because we always limit the reach according to your location, right? So you will always...
But you can be a local hero.
Correct. So there is something which we would call influencers on Yodel, right? So, but the interesting part about it, it's always location-based personalities, right? So for example, let me say Frankfurt, right? There's this guy called Bahnbabo, which is this train driver who's like has a lot of muscles, and he always makes spagats. And he's really famous in the local Frankfurt community, which is really relevant because people on the street, oh, you're the Bahnbabo, right? So they take pictures with him and everybody loves him, right? So it's more like these location-based influencers, which is interesting because it has a lot more impact on your physical location because you meet them on the street, right? I never meet Kim Kardashian physically on the street. But it's a bit of a different form, right? Because we don't give the global reach to everyone, but we just make like local stars. That's the ones that get created on Yodel. But we still don't give like the right tools for it, so we still have to obviously improve it, but we already have first people that actually do so. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much, Tim. Andreas, please step forward.
Well done. Well done.
Okay, 2 great presentations by Choose and by Yodel. A lot of questions by the jury, but now you have to tell us which one of the 2 will advance to the final? Andreas and Choose, or Tim and Yodel? Please let us know who you voted for.
Nee? Nehmen wir beide hoch?
Richtig gangstermäßig.
Gangstermäßig? Nehme ich nur eins hoch? Yeah, I only take one and lift that one up?
You can do whatever you want to, but it has to be one either Choose or Yodel, not one of the other
cool.
companies.
Thank you for that.
Just to explain it to you again. Okay.
Good, I chose.
Okay, on my count, 1, 2, 3. Choose.
Thanks.
Unanimous verdict. Tim, vielen herzlichen Dank. Thank you so much. Big round of applause for Tim as a runner-up. And we will see you in the final. Thank you, Andreas.
Thank you.
Okay, the clicker, I'm going to keep it. You guys step out. Okay, guys, lot of questions. But are you happy with the 2 presentations so far?
Yeah, I would have
Carlo,
loved.
yeah?
I would have loved to tell the Yodel guy that that doesn't mean anything for his case. But he's.
No, but we would talk to. We can tell him later. But now it's about who's going to advance to the finals. I mean, I think it's always hard to step up first and basically present in front of a huge, really excited crowd.
Yeah, beautiful people.
Yeah, beautiful people. Beautiful and excited crowd. No, Jens, so far, is that the way that the presentation should go? I mean, Andreas, time-wise, had a little bit left. Tim was close to the end.
Well, generally speaking, yes. Well, some questions, I mean, as I already mentioned, I repeated myself. I asked the same question twice. The monetization part is something that you should actually factor into your presentation.
Yeah, okay, that should be part of the presentation instead of the Q&A.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to know, I mean, how do they make money? Do they already make money so that you get a feel for, is that actually a viable business model? Because essentially, someone has to pay the money for the employees, and if there's no money coming in, then
So it could happen that you're going to repeat yourself again in the second round.
Yes.
Okay, Joko, happy?
Yeah, I just write down, is money coming in?
Yeah.
Maybe
Most
question
important
for
thing.
future invests, not so bad. You know. Are you guys making money?
Yeah.
That's a good. I never asked that
Pure and
question.
simple.
Never asked the question.
Straightforward.
I'm more the people guy.
Kanu, auch alles gut?
Yes, I think they did it perfectly. They all squeezed everything together, but I'm also like, I missed some more numbers in the presentation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 minutes is not very long.
Yeah.
No.
So it's more like an appetizer
Yeah.
for the main course. Okay, let's wait and see. Fantastic. Are you ready? Is everyone ready for round 2? Wow.
They must have changed the audience in between.
Yes. Okay, please welcome company number 1 for battle round 2, Art Night, and Amy, Sarah Carstensen und David Neisinger. Herzlich willkommen. And company number 2, please welcome Rebike 1 and Sven Berger und Thomas Bernick. Schön, dass ihr da seid. Welcome. Okay. As you can probably guess, the 2 of you are going to sit down. You are going to watch the first presentation, chill a little bit, relax, breathe, and get ready for whatever is going to come. Please take a seat. Genau. Sage ich denn Amy, Sarah oder Amy?
Amy.
Just Amy. Okay,
Just
it's
Amy.
just Amy und David. You know the rules, 2 minutes at the most. Do whatever you can. Joko.
Can you do me a favor? Can you get a little closer?
Yeah.
Because we can hardly understand anything because I don't know whether, can you guys hear well? Good? Yeah? Okay. It's difficult. In front.
Joko is very old.
Yeah. What was your name?
Yeah.
No, just to make sure that we get everything
No,
right.
it's not actually about the hearing, it's about he can't see you. That's why he wants you to step closer. Okay, good. You guys are ready? Do you need the
Yes.
clicker? Okay. On my count, 1, 2, 3, go!
When I arrived in Cologne yesterday, I noticed something which I see in every city I travel to. People sitting in bars or cafes and instead of speaking to each other, staring at their phones. And on average, we check our smartphones 52 times a day. So we're absorbed in a digital world instead of living our lives in a real world. Smartphones and social media were supposed to connect us, but loneliness is on the rise.
At Art Night, we're solving this problem with a clear mission. We're bringing people together in real life. Our concept is simple. We offer art workshops in bars and restaurants. You get to learn, be creative, have a drink, and you get to socialize with others. Art Night is a triple win for everyone involved. Our bar and restaurant partners attract new guests. Our artists, who otherwise can't live off from their art alone, are generating an income through doing what they love. And finally, our guests get to experience a new night out with existing friends and meet new people. Art Night has grown fast in the last 2.5 years. We are now live across 84 cities, across 5 countries. Every month we bring together over 25,000 people. But our ambition is even bigger. We want to create a whole new category of offline entertainment. We call it live edutainment. You get to learn, you get to experience something new, and you get to socialize.
Art Night is the first of a portfolio of edutainment brands we are building. And we cracked the code. We know how to create great experiences. We know how to leverage tech and automation to scale our experiences. And we know how to market them profitable. We bring people together offline again. We have a clear vision, and with your help, we will reach mass market much faster. Thank you.
Wow. On the spot.
Yeah.
1 second left. David and Amy, thank you so much for your presentation. Let's get started with Jens' question.
I ask a difficult question this time.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Because Joko.
Surprise us. So Joko.
It is actually hard to hear each other here. I just realized.
You said that you have a lineup of new things coming up. I mean, and I can read Shake Night, Bake Night, Plant Night. So what other kinds of concepts do you have in store? What can we expect in the future?
Yeah.
So right now we're focusing on the existing brands for this year. But next year we have some really exciting things in our drawers. We don't want to share too much. It's
Sex night?
It's around.
It's really interesting.
But it's always edutainment, so it's either educational or entertainment. Mostly
Could
both.
also be Sec Night.
So, but
Absolutely.
some of our concepts are more educational with entertainment, and some are more entertainment with education.
So sex edutainment.
Could be.
Education
But
could
watch
be
out for next
interesting.
year.
So we don't get a sneak peek into your ideas.
Not yet.
We don't want to share too.
We don't want to share secrets.
What are you running in your model to make sure you have returning customers, right? So in most cases, I notice like from other event things, you get it once, you spring from a house, but you never buy a voucher again to do it a second time. What is it? Why would I do 2 art nights? Why would I do 2 shake nights? Why like making the first customer you buy on traffic, you buy him, but you don't want to buy him a second time. So what is the retention thing?
Yeah. So for us, most important is that we create great experience that our customers love. So mouth-to-mouth marketing is for us most important. So if you go to an event, for example, and it was shitty, and you meet your colleagues next day and say, oh, Art Night wasn't that great, people will never come again. So for us, most important is the product. And how we do it, that customers come back, is creating those great products with the help of our workshop leaders we have. And when they enjoyed it, they of course come back through team events, or they come a second time. We also have Art Night customers, they do that as like a regular hobby and come back every week.
Oh,
You do something like social sharing?
Oh yeah, social sharing is also important. Even though we bring people together offline, of course they make pictures, share them on social media, so on Instagram and on Facebook, which also broadens our reach.
Yeah, our repurchase rate is actually extremely high because we focus on automation scaling at one hand, but on the other hand on a great product experience. So a lot of our customers come back. We have some who took it as a new hobby, who have done it 40 or 50 times on Art Night. And in the future, we're going, right now we only have one product. So you're drawing a 30 times 40 centimeter Canva, a motif. But in the future, we will have different events inside each brand. So you get to learn more and you get to have more fun.
Maybe I missed it, but how do you guys make money?
We sell tickets. So we sell tickets to
that's
our
simple.
events, and that's the business model.
Cash positive?
Yes, we're cash flow positive.
And how do you ensure the quality of the experience that the people have in different locations with different trainers that are obviously not on your payroll, that are freelancers? So how do you ensure that?
So our workshop leaders are all part of the community. So we train them how to do great experiences, and they can earn between like €5 and €9, for example, per participant. And they're benefited by their NPS. So there's a feedback method which is called Net Promoter Score. So the better their events are, the better their feedback is, the more they can earn with the same effort.
And how many people are at one event?
On average, 20 people, but maximum 25.
Okay.
I'm a little, you guys said that you were planning plant night, shake night, bake night, and art.
You're doing it already.
You're doing it already?
It's live.
So, okay, but because what I thought is you are in 5 countries, 84 cities, that's what you said. Isn't it more like scaling these cases instead of bringing more cases? Because, you know, or is it just like because there are different crowds where you see they are adapting to the idea of getting together? Is that the... And what I'm up to is, isn't it focus or failure? That's what I learned, in the sense of just do your one business, core business right, and then start distributing it to other ideas?
It's an excellent question. So focus for us is most important. But we're really ambitious, and we really believe that we are changing something in society with our business model. And not everyone loves to paint, and at some point, you know, it gets very expensive in marketing to everyone and building it. We already built a trend with Art Night, but we can replicate a lot from what we have learned in Art Night in bringing the other brands to the market. And so that's why Shake Night, Plant Night, they're already working really well. Bake Night, we just launched a month ago, and we're already selling a lot of tickets. So I think replicating our learning there is not too different, because we automate a lot and we have the marketing know-how.
And the operational model for all brands is kind of the same. So it's not too much.
Okay, good.
And how are you like scaling on a personal cost side, right? Because like whenever you put some more in, there will be more events, and probably you need more people to plan those events. So how are you scaling on the personal cost side?
Great question. I love automation and I love tech. So from the beginning on, we bootstrapped, so we had to take care of our cost. And this means not hiring too much people. And we kept this way we are working, and because we're automating everything that is even possible that does not have to be made by people. And this really helped us to scale our business and not having too much employees, for example, in our business. So we have a core team of 40 people right now sitting in Berlin. We don't have also in the other countries where we are, like offices, so we scale everything out of Berlin.
It's a super lean model.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Amy and David. Please take a seat. Thomas and Sven, please step up. Okay. Last presentation for the day, Rebike 1. Do you guys need this?
No, just our slide.
Okay, fantastic. You know the drill, 2 minutes.
All right.
Starting now.
As you hopefully know, the e-bike market is booming. In 2019, more than 1 million e-bikes will be sold in Germany. This corresponds to a market value of about 3 billion euro. But there are still many people who cannot afford an e-bike with an average price tag of more than 3,000 euro. And if you compare the automobile industry, you can see that there's only a small share of consumers who's finally purchasing a new car. Many of them tend to buy a Jahreswagen, or they follow the trend away from ownership to flexible rental systems. And this is exactly what we are adopting to the e-bike market. Rebike 1 is offering used and refurbished premium e-bikes at a price discount of up to 30% and a 2-year guarantee. And all our bikes are not older than 12 months. My co-founder Sven will explain to you how we do that at large scale.
First, we are purchasing test and promotion e-bikes from manufacturers with a big discount. Second, we are purchasing new e-bikes from manufacturers for our rental stations in really cool destinations, and for our new, highly scalable e-bike subscription model. All these e-bikes are sold later on rebike1.de, which makes our value chain more profitable and sustainable. To make premium e-bikes even more affordable to consumers, we launched our new platform, ebikeabo.de, 2 weeks ago. It is the first brand-independent e-bike subscription model in Europe. Our company will generate 3 million euro revenue this year. Next year, we are planning to triple our numbers. Our really cool bike team is ready for scale, and with your support and the support of the big media package, we believe that we can even overachieve our expectations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thomas and Sven. Perfect. Little bit time left. Last presentation for today, 9th SevenVentures Pitch Day. And your questions again. Who would like to start? Jens, Joko, Kanu?
I can
You
want to?
I'm okay. You guys said
lost
it's
your question or what?
e-bikes. I wrote down 3 questions. E-bikes are not affordable. I think that's not right. There's a great sushi bikes startup coming from Munich.
I heard it.
They make affordable, really good, affordable, and really nice e-bikes. Maybe I'm involved.
It's not your pitch, it's your question.
Okay, sorry. No, but what I think, and this is with all the respect, because we do see all these like 20-something guys coming up and just presenting their first idea how to build a company. You guys seem to have had a job before. I just want to know what background are you guys coming from that you specified in that bike segment, because that kind of is, I think, even the case is so special, there has to be something personal involved.
Yeah, you start.
So I'm coming from corporate companies. So I have 18-year experience with Sony and last 13 years with Microsoft. So I have a digital background. And I'm a mountain biker since I'm 16. So I did mountain bike races, German Masters. So I'm coming from my passion. So I'm bringing my bicycle passion and try to adopt it in my own company.
Yeah, I'm an entrepreneur since 15 years. I successfully built 3 companies. I already sold all of them. And I'm more the finance and the strategy guy. He's a tech guy. So I think we are a perfect match.
Love it.
So you said the bikes are refurbished, of course. So what's the part that you typically need to replace? The battery, or what is it that you have to refurbish, or do you just clean them and you get an old battery essentially?
Yeah, so that's the point. So as we are addressing, let's say, or we're building up, let's say, kind of the Jahreswagen market, which is pretty new. So there's no need to exchange the battery, because mostly we're owning the bicycles. They're just some few weeks in rental. So until we have reached the profit what we calculated, and then we are selling that further on our platform. So there is no need to exchange the battery or motor. It's just the brakes, so which are some few euros, and then to clean it up, of course.
And what's the average price per bike that you sell on your platform?
It's right now it's 2,600 euro brutto.
So
our average card is 2,100.
So the customers tend to buy higher value items on your platform that they could otherwise get, as opposed to getting the cheap ones even cheaper.
Yes.
Premium e-bikes are really more than 3,000 euro on average. We have top e-bikes, mountain bikes. They cost between 5,000 and 6,000 euro in the store.
So the inventory risk is fully on your balance sheet, so you own all the bikes, so you also fully own the risk of seasonality with bikes, so this bike is no longer hip and then you have to write it off? So
no, we sell it. I mean, we have a seasonal business for sure, but at the end of the year, of course, we try to get rid of some bikes which were probably a little longer in the stock, and we finance our stock with debt, or from our suppliers. So it's not fully paid by our equity.
So it's consignment stock. So it belongs to the supplier.
No. But we have a long term payment term.
Ah, okay, okay. And then the one thing that I didn't get. So you are maintaining the bikes, you are selling bikes, and you are also like I can also rent my bike with you.
Mm-hmm.
So why would I rent my bike on your site and not take an Uber jump just outside I do with my phone?
Okay. Yeah, I think with an e-bike, there are only a few. You can't put premium e-bikes on a sharing platform. It doesn't work. They are worth too much money. They cost 3,000 euro. So it's not a business for sharing. Our premium e-bikes, you can rent them out for 3 or 6 or 12 months in our subscription model, or you can rent them in our stationary rental stations for 1, 2, or 3 days. So this is the concept here.
How much is the monthly rate for renting the bikes?
Between 79 and 200 euro, depending on the model and the length of the subscription.
Okay.
So it's starting with 79 euro. And you have a setup fee for 79 euro as well, because we have some payment and logistics costs and so on.
Okay.
Happy, Joko? Yeah? No more questions? Big round of applause again for Rebike 1, Sven and Thomas. You guys stay here. Amy and David, please step on our red carpet. You can mingle and mix, or you can stay within your teams. It doesn't matter. This is nice. This is what I call sportsmanship. Good. Great presentations, good questions, but now we need your verdict again. Who is going to advance to the final? We already have one finalist, Andreas and Choose. Who's going to be the next? Art Night or Rebike 1? You want to do it again on my count? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Art Night.
Congrats.
Thank you, Sven and Thomas. Remember, it's still a great presentation, great business case. Okay, you stay here. No, David and Amy. And we welcome back Choose and Andreas for the final. Andreas. Okay, he's gonna get mic'd up. Das dauert noch 2 Sekunden. Ihr könnt euch ja noch ein bisschen freuen. In euch rein. Okay, here he is. Please, another applause for Andreas. Thank you. Okay, I mean, we've basically heard everything. You guys had a lot of questions, but now's the time for both, or for the three of you, to say your famous last words. Is there anything that you haven't been able to answer? Is there anything that you forgot during your presentation? Anything that came to mind, waiting, sitting, digesting what you guys did? So Amy and David, please step on that side. You can sit down one more time, please. Sorry. Please sit down one more time. And it's, yeah, both of you, Amy and David. Exactly, sorry. And it's Andreas' turn. You have 1 minute again. You can use it, you can say thank you, whatever. And then our jury has the chance later again to ask a couple more questions. Are you ready?
Sounds good.
Andreas, okay, this is your final minute starting now.
Well, I'll start by saying thank you. You know, we do have a proven model, both commercially and impact-wise, and what we need is to get it in front of a million people, millions of people. But to be honest, it's not about me winning. It's not about Choose winning. To me, this is about making a big win for planet Earth. And with the platform you have, we can make that happen. We can create a new type of consumer product where Germany takes lead. I come from a small country. Germany is the ultimate big brother. Whatever trends pick up here, mega trends, consumer products, the world follows. So this is a fantastic opportunity to create a consumer product towards your viewers, but let's make a win for planet Earth. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Andreas. Please take a seat. Amy and David, please step up. Sorry to make you stand up, sit down again, but now you're back, ready to go. Same for you. A minute. 1, 2, 3, go.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what's your next night out or your next date? If you go to a comedy club, a theater, or the cinema, you can't really have a conversation. And if you go to a bar or restaurant, you have to have a conversation all the time. If you go to a bake night, plant night, shake night, or an art night, you get to have entertainment, you get to socialize, and you get to learn something.
And while you're having a great time, you also enable people like our florist Anna, our baker Patrick, our bartender Sven, our artist Tanya, or any other of our 400 passionate workshop leaders to share their skills and to make a living by doing what they love. Please vote for us and help us to bring more people together, make the world more creative, inspiring, and interactive. Thank you.
Fantastic, thank you very much. Andreas, please step up. Okay, the countdown started a little late, but you already started talking, so that's round about it. That fits it perfectly. Okay, congratulations being in the final, but now it's your turn again. Is there anything that you would like to know from Amy, David, or Andreas about what their idea is about and what they're aiming for? This is now the time.
I have one question for you, for Choose. Why should I use your platform and not donate directly to any other initiative?
Well, we do believe in measurable action, and we can measure every single ton that you contribute to. Number two, the philanthropic efforts are not necessarily too scalable. So we believe in order to make the impact super scalable, we need to apply commercial solutions. Not to enrich
maybe you need to
ourselves,
step over
in
here,
order to-
sorry.
In order to use the commercial toolbox
better,
that is out there. So that is one reason. The second reason is, again, no matter what I do as an individual, I will still have an unavoidable carbon footprint. And demonstrations or skipping burgers or flights will not necessarily address the last part of my unavoidable footprint. And that's where we are a powerful tool.
I think there will be a question for both teams. So what is the single thing you are struggling the most right now that could be helped with this package you're getting?
Reaching the mass market easier. With, for example, different marketing channels we haven't figured out yet or don't have the money to use them.
Yeah, to me, it's very simple. We need to push this solution in front of as many people as possible in order to drive positive change, period.
Happy?
Happy.
Okay, famous last words, famous last question.
I have
One more?
One
Yes?
last question for you guys. Because the nights that you're currently planning are all like for personal pleasure. Yeah? Do you have any plans to, offering nights for good cause, to do something social together or whatever? I'm still trying to get something to get in your draw to know what your ideas are for the next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so on the one hand, what we're, for example, doing with Bake Night, we're empowering local bakers to actually share their craft and give insights why a bread at their place costs €4, where at the supermarket costs €1, because the ingredients are different. So we're empowering local people. On the other hand, we are already pairing up with charities which want to have events and bring people together. So we are doing, for example, with Charité in Berlin, with the big hospital chain, we have an initiative against breast cancer, where we're offering events inside the hospitals and also outside the hospitals. And obviously then also our community aspect of just generally bringing people together.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for all our presenters, for all our business cases. Great job, hard work. Okay, just to remind you, this is all about winning the SevenVentures Pitch Day, 9th season. It's about a €3 million media package from Pro7 Set 1, a €30,000 package for a TV spot, and a Flaconi mentoring program. These are our finalists. Choose against Art Night. And now, Joko, Kanu, and Jens, you have to decide who will walk away with an even brighter smile than they have on their faces at the moment. Let's do it quick and dirty. 1, 2, 3. Art Night has done it tonight, today.
He's fine.
Congratulations, Andreas. Congratulations to Amy and David. Well done. And please welcome back. Choose.
Congratulations.
First opponent. Please welcome back. No, Jode.
Mein Gehaltscheck.
And Rebike 1, Tim.
Fürs
Sven,
Quartal
Thomas.
allerdings
Euer Preis.
As Joko plainly said, you all winners. Thank you very much. No, please step up on the red carpet, on stage.
Thanks.
Okay, nochmal einen großen Applaus. Big round of applause for our winners, for our jury, for our presenters. And hopefully we will see you again next year for the 10th anniversary of the SevenVentures Pitch Day. Have a great day. Thank you.